You're watching Pulse for the 6th of April, and it is once again time for some StarCraft news. This week's episode is going to be a little bit shorter because of Easter weekend and all that, but I will still get all the news that you need in here. Don't worry. First up, Season 6 is now locked, and we're going to have a look at how you can earn that league promotion you no doubt want. We cover the upcoming changes to matchmaking. Then we have a look at the freshly announced StarCraft 2 World Championship Series, IPL4 happening this very weekend in Vegas, the GSTL Finals happening at the very same event, and more. Let's get straight to the news. To start this week's news off, StarCraft 2 Ladder Season 6 is now locked. At the end of each ladder season, leagues are locked, which means players can no longer be promoted or demoted out of their current league or division, and bonus pool will stop growing. That is, however, no reason to stop playing. Even after leagues are locked, players will still be able to play out their remaining bonus pool and compete for stand-in within their divisions until the season ends 1 week later. Season 7 will start during the week of April the 9th, and the Grandmaster League will be starting up the week after that. So if you want to keep climbing that ladder, then you should probably check this post out that Blizzard set up. It'll tell you how you can earn a league promotion, exactly how many points you'd require to get from bronze to silver, silver to gold, gold to platinum, platinum to diamond, diamond to masters, or masters to near grandmasters. Blizzard let us know that while this isn't the only way to be promoted, it is the most reliable one. So check those points out, see how much you need, and get cracking on the ladder. Speaking of the ladder, Blizzard have announced some upcoming changes to matchmaking. They say as a one-season experiment, they'll be relaxing the matchmaking settings slightly in Season 7. This is set to introduce more variety into the ladder, and in practical terms, this pretty much just means that we won't always be evenly matched with our opponents. We might regularly compete with players at a slightly higher or lower skill level. While that does sound quite cool, you might be asking yourself, well, what if I get matched against higher skilled players the whole time? Well, if you beat them, this new matchmaking system will also offer a chance to potentially get promoted more quickly. So stringing those wins together against higher skilled opponents could potentially result in a faster league promotion. Personally, I'm the kind of player that likes to get my games over quickly, so this kind of system definitely favors me, but we'll have to wait and see what Blizzard say about it, if it's actually working out or not, and how the players feel. But I honestly am quite keen for it. I like the fact that you can get promoted quickly if you're having a really good day, but that said, wouldn't that mean we'll get demoted really quickly as well? Season 7 is just around the corner, so it won't be long till we know. Read more about all of this below, and be sure to let me know what you think. Do you think it's a nice change? Do you think it's going to make things more exciting? As I said, I'm all for it. Now we're going to talk about the StarCraft 2 World Championship Series and the Battle.net World Championships. The Battle.net World Championship, which will take place later this year, will be the culmination of more than 30 esports events run by Blizzard and tournament organizers. These events are collectively known as the StarCraft 2 Championship Series. The goal of the StarCraft 2 World Championship Series is to identify a true global champion, which I must add is an absolutely amazing idea, as players enter and qualify through open tournaments starting at the national level. The national championships are designed to allow local heroes to rise to the top and be recognized in their country. The top finishers at each national championship will earn spots in their continental finals events, which will be an all-out brawl between neighboring countries to decide who will represent their continent at the Battle.net World Championship. So while that does sound super complicated and technical, it really isn't. While there is a bit more to it, what's basically going to happen is there are going to be a bunch of countries from North America, South America, Asia, Europe, and the Oceanic regions that are going to battle it out in the national qualifiers and championships to see who's going to take the spots in the continental championships, and then after that we'll hopefully know who the best StarCraft player in the world is. I think. So if you are interested, you can read a lot more about this over at the official StarCraft 2 community sites. There's even a list of frequently asked questions like, how do I qualify? What format will all these events be played in? When are the events happening? And much more. Along with this, Blizzard have told us that they've only showed us the tip of the iceberg here. We're going to be told what the prize pool will be, when the events will be happening, and a lot more in the coming weeks and months. So check back here soon for more details and information on the StarCraft 2 World Championship Series, and get excited, because it is indeed going to be a lot of fun. Next, as most of the StarCraft fans out there probably already know, the IPL4 or the IGN Pro League Season 4 is happening this very weekend. And as if that wasn't enough, the Global StarCraft Team League Finals are happening at the very same event. That said, we're going to talk about the GSTL Finals first. The two teams in the finals are StarTale Q and Prime. StarTale Q being the partnership between StarTale and Quantic Gaming, and I think you all know Prime. These finals will be happening Saturday evening, and you can find the exact time that they're going to be happening along with the link to the stream below. As far as I know, these two teams will clash in a best of 11, so that's going to be incredibly intense. You don't want to miss it. Now though, onto the main event. I have actually explained the format that the tournament is using before, so I won't be doing that again here. I will just point you to all the relevant links you'd need to read everything you'd want to know, and hope that's enough. The official StarCraft 2 community site has a nicely laid out schedule of events as well, so you can see that on the first day, Group A, B, C, and D are being played along with the live qualifier. I'm quite sure that the live qualifier is going to be a lot more exciting than the groups, although there are some really good players in the groups. The open brackets always tend to be much less predictable, and that makes them more fun to watch. You can see the open brackets from the event scrolling down your screens right now, and after that you'll be able to see the groups. In Group A we've got Tails, Alive, and Nest T, and those last two spots in all the groups, as you can see, have yet to be decided, and those players are coming from the open bracket. In Group B, Marine King, Stefano, and White Ra. In Group C, Puma, Pult, and MC, and in Group D, Bomber, MMA, and Idra. I don't think I need to mention that the open brackets are also looking incredibly stacked. Lots of good players in there. As of recording this, there aren't any results to report on, but below you can find a day one live report from the guys over at Team Liquid. You can find links to both the brackets and the groups, and much more. There are also links to the streams and a few other smaller pieces of news from the event. So if you guys and girls have some time this weekend, then you can tune in to catch at least some of that action live. Now though, let's move on to the tournament and event smalls. First up, read about the other 3 events happening this weekend. The Gathering 2012, the Copenhagen Games, and the Median Trophy at Gamers Assembly. Those 3 are definitely going to be action-packed as well, with a ton of really good players taking part. So if the IPL's not for you, you've always got those to fall back on. Then Snoot has taken the One Nation of Gamers I2. You can read about 2 more IPL events, the first being the Ye Olde Map Tournament, and the second, the Team Arena Challenge 3. Home Story Cup 5 has been announced for the 5th of July 2012. There are even more NASL Season 3 updates to check out. Then the DreamHack Open is happening in Stockholm from April the 21st till the 22nd, and it seems like the Asus Republic of Gamers is sending Quantic Naniwa and Quantic Sase to the event. ESV TV's Korean Weekly is back with Season 3 and over $5,000 in prizes. Lastly, Polarfluke Evolution Easter with a $900 prize pool. The fast track qualifier for this event is on April the 11th, with the proper tournament happening on April the 14th and 15th. Moving right along to the community news, first up, you can check out a new StarCraft 2 wallpaper over at the official site. Then have a look at the StarCraft 2 Monday musical interlude. There are a couple of interesting songs there that you may or may not have seen before. Have a look at the TLPD March win rates. Check out the Twitch TV Android app. I've currently got the iOS one and it works amazingly well, so this one is probably just as good. There's a White Ra interview to check out over at ESFI World with some talk on IPL4 strategy and retirement in it. Then it seems like White Ra may be heading to Korea with a Slayers partnership. Lona, Zigao, and Love TT have been interviewed to talk about their NSL impressions. ESL TV has welcomed Kay Loris on board. He's no doubt going to be filling in for Rotterdam and Mr. Bitter that left just a couple of weeks ago for the NASL. Then the Razor's story so far, focusing on Team Empire. Then lastly, 2 interesting posts over at Team Liquid. The first being a psych approach to ladder anxiety, and the second, casting or observer improvements you would like to see. Sadly, that's all I have for you in the news this week. There are a bunch of extra links below that I didn't discuss in this episode that are no doubt also well worth having a look at. But check back here soon for more. Like the video and do all that other good stuff, and most importantly, happy StarCrafting and happy Easter weekend.